there isn't any logic whatsoever with a comic book. Like, for example, when the king and there's another character, they're on the drawbridge, and there's goblins coming. Why don't they just, take a step back, raise the bridge up so that the goblins can't cross over and attack them, and start sending out your men to, at each corner of the castle to defend. Or earlier than that, when his best knight comes back nearly beaten to an inch of his life, he looks like he's going to die. The king shows no concern. He's like, today is my daughter's birthday. I have to give her a party. I'm like, no, screw that. Your daughter can wait for a birthday party. You need to keep your kingdom so that your daughter can have a party later. Okay?
Wait, I forget. Was that actually written that he had to have a party for his daughter?
Yeah. It was in the first issue. The daughter in the comic book was going to, I think, turn 19. It was on the day of her 19th birthday, I believe. That was the same day the knight came in, beaten up, looked like he was going to die, and the knight showed his concern. He's like, we need to do something. I think he said something along those lines. The goblins attacked me. Blah blah blah. The king doesn't even seem concerned at all. He's thinking, today's my daughter's birthday. No, I have to throw a party for her. It's her birthday. Fuck that. What's more important? Your kingdom remaining, or your daughter having a birthday party?
It's fucking Stormsink. He doesn't think.
I mean, even Filmmaster Adam brought that up. I mean, that was one of the few disagreements he had about the comic. I mean, it didn't make any sense to, your kingdom is under attack, yet you're more concerned about having a party for your daughter because it's her birthday.
Are Stormsink and Filmmaster Adams friends?
I think they're friends, but they're also on Web of Cinema. Filmmaster Adam reviews on webofcinema.com, so does Stormsink. I mean, I'm not entirely sure that Filmmaster Adam was completely honest in, the comic book review. I mean, it seemed kind of biased. Like he was giving little nits and pieces here of things that he didn't agree with, but, I mean, overall he had praises for it. I mean, he did 2 videos. One video was of some made-up character he did, talking about the comic book, which I never watched, but the one I did view was his, Adam himself reviewing the comic book. I mean, I've got no problems with Filmmaster Adam. He does good reviews, good videos. He is an intelligent person. Granted, when it came to Twilight, even though now, I agree with Zam and other people who call the faults that it has. Because even I, in the past, earlier this year, said, this is wrong with this Twilight series because of this character doing this. Where are the points? I even did a Stephanie Meyer, 1.1 or 101. Basically, a class style of she says this, and I insert a comment. And the thing that really got me laughing my ass off with Stephanie Meyer was her saying that she never took any writing classes at all. She never, when she had an assignment in college that required her to write a novel, not write a novel, attempt to write one. She didn't really want to give it the time or energy, take it seriously. Just sort of do it because you have to do the assignment thing. Not that she took it, the effort seriously and her point of view on characters. I mean, writing a book in a single point of view not in a third point of view where you've got several characters interacting, giving their thoughts and having them grow. No, you just got one or two characters growing while the others are left in the dust, you know.
Well, the comic, it's. I won't be surprised if Storm Sync decides to go ahead and start bashing his fans again.
Oh,
And
yeah, I
doing
wouldn't be
this.
surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he does because, I mean, the only people that he actually listens to are people who give him praise. I mean, I, up until this point, I have not seriously bashed him. I mean, in the past, I've been quote unquote nice to him. I've gone soft on him when it comes to giving my opinion, my point of view, but it's getting very close to where the gloves are going to come off, and you know I'm not going to be nice when it comes to my point of view much longer, and then he will have a reason to complain.
Well, I'm gonna say this: he's not gonna ever go up to his 5,000 subscribers. He's never gonna go higher than 5,000. Then
Isn't he dropping?
I think he's gained some subscribers, but he's never gonna go up to 6,000. I know for a fact this guy will never get. He'll never get where the irate gamer is, or where angry video game nerd, or where nostalgia kick. He'll never get up there with them. I know he wants to. I know this guy's been dreaming to be up there, but he wants more for money than anything else.
And you can tell that he's taking a big hit with views because I've viewed a couple of his videos. One, his skits that he does, like
His
the
Dark Knight Rises skit.
no, yeah, there was that skit. But I was thinking more of his recent one, where it's the Tekken Tag 2 review, where he has this opening scene where you got a backdrop from a Tekken background, you know, the light bars and the fight announcement, and you've got his brother on the right side and Stormsink on the left, and Stormsink just puts his hands up saying, wait, I'm on vacation. I don't have time to fight. And he walks out. 2 seconds later, Storm Geek comes in, wondering, what am I doing here for? How did I get here? And a second later, Matt punches him in the gut, and he goes down. You know, and declares him the winner. You know, that didn't seem funny at all to me. I mean, compare Stormsink next to the humor that Nostalgia Critic does. He has done a lot of funny material, in my opinion.
Well, that's because Nostalgia Critic knows how to write. He knows how to write, knows how to do comedy.
Yeah, and not only that, he not only knows how to come up with funny dialogue and funny situations, but he can throw in pop culture into there, and he can actually insert logic. Like, for example, when Nostalgia Critic did the Cop and a Half film, he made a point out of saying, okay, in this film, you've got this little black kid that is saying, he witnessed a crime, but he will not give out the information unless they make him a cop. And in the film, the police department caves and lets them be a junior cop and go out in a patrol car and write people tickets. And that didn't make any bit of sense in the film. So Nostalgia Critic, he does this little skit where here is what would really have happened. And he plays he does this impersonation of a little kid. I'm not going to give you any information until you give me what I want, so to speak. Like he's I'm putting my foot down, and you've got a background voice over saying, "Come over here, kid," and then it shows Nostalgia Critic, trolling along, walking off the camera. And insert punch sound effects, and it's sort of like a rehash of Lord of the Rings, where Gollum's getting his ass kicked and he's being tortured, and he and you got the adult saying, "Give me a name, bitch! Give me a name!" And he caves and gives the officer the name. But it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I know it's a throwback to Lord of the Rings, saying, Shire Baggins.
Yeah.
That is funny, but this, I mean, it's just overly done with the Stormkeep thing. I mean, I admit the only clever thing that I will give Stormkeep props for is the kidnapping. Him having Stormgeek be, I guess you could say, evil. He wants to take over Stormsink's spot. He kidnaps him. He puts him in the closet. Ugh, creepy there. That visual. Ugh. With the whole rag thing around his mouth and the white beater tank top. Ugh, creepy. And he's left in there, and he's trying to act like Stormsink. I mean, you got that, and the earlier days when he tried to review stuff. Like I don't recall what title of the review was, but I do remember. Oh yeah. It was I think it was for the Phantom Menace, or not the one that was done by him and Filmmaster Adam, which they have not yet finished. I mean, it was a star. I think it was New Hope. I'm positive it was a New Hope. Stormgeek was trying to do it, and a few minutes later, Stormgeek comes in the room, goes, "You son of a bitch," closes the door. I'll say that was a little bit funny, but I mean, he's going for the quick buck scheme,
Yeah. But
I mean, if he would actually listen to people's constructive criticism, because I have given him fair and treatment, fair points of view, saying this is why you're not doing good. Like with the expo, to say that if it wasn't because if Marvel and DC had not been there, people might have come to his comic book. I mean, seriously, I mean, Marvel and DC, they're well known. People want to go to events where they're familiar with, subjects that they know. People know about Marvel. People know about DC. They've got good comic books. Stormsink has only been doing this comic book, if you say that he's actually done it, because there's very little that he does do with it. He's only had it for a couple of months. He hasn't found a target audience. I don't know if he's gained any more people from Facebook, because it's probably still the same circle of friends that will say, "Oh, your comic book is great." I mean, you don't look at people who will automatically say it's good, because chances are they're afraid to tell you the truth because they don't want to hurt your feelings.
Well, I think I'll say one more thing, and then I'm gonna pretty much. I think we'll wrap this up after this. But I do want to bring this up. Let's say I ever did a manga, I have one in my head, but I'm not sure if I ever will do it. I mean, if I did, the first thing I would do is I would probably say, okay, I'm gonna give my subscribers, whoever wants one, I'll give it to you for free, no charge. You guys can take a look at it and see what you think. If you want an autograph, you know what? If you want one, I'll sign it for you. I don't really care to. The irritating thing is that he said, "Oh, you can win an autograph copy of my comic." I'm like, Stormsink, dude, no. Sorry, dude, you're not fucking Stan Lee. You're not Stan Lee, pal. You're not Akira Toriyama.
I pointed out to him that when he first had the comic book out, that he took it to Walmart, and people were autographing for it and buying it. He probably had them think that he did the comic book himself. I wouldn't be surprised if a friend that helped him out at the expo thought that he did the comic book himself, because, I mean, I've been telling Stormsink this myself in the past. And here, Stormsink, if you're listening to this, I'm telling you this again. scrap